Hello, and welcome to the Pickup Dashboard Report. This powerful report makes it easy to compare pickup statistics from one time period to the next. Let's take a look. For this particular report, I have ran it for our three vehicles, and then I've entered two date ranges for comparison. The primary date range you can key in manually or select from the preset options, such as today, yesterday, month to date, year to date, or past year. In this case, I'll run it for the past year, and then you'll want to put in your comparison date range. Again, you can manually key in the date range desired or select from the preset options. For now, we'll compare it to the prior year. And then select Show Report. In our first table of data, we'll see our pickup count for the current time period, in this case 310 pickups, and then a percentage increase or decrease compared to the prior date range. In this case, looks like our total pickups have gone up 12.73% from 275 pickups. We then have our item count. In this current period, we've picked up 621 items, which is down 5.6% from the prior time period. And then monetary donations received along with the pickups. In our next row of data, we see the total number of days between pickups being scheduled and when they're actually being picked up. In this case, 4.8 days, which is down 21.5% from a 6.2 day delay previously. In this case, the decreased percentage is shown in green, as it's a positive change. We see the same statistic for their number of days between pickups being scheduled and when they were actually picked up, particularly for the self-scheduled pickups, and then also for the non-self-scheduled pickups, or those that were keyed in by your staff and volunteers. In the next table of data, we see the most popular items being picked up. In this case, armchairs were the most common item picked up in the current time period, taking the place of one. We see that as an increase, represented by the little green arrow, from the rank in the prior time period, where it was item number 60. We can see the total count of armchairs being picked up is 61, which again is an increase, as represented by the green up arrow, to the prior period count of 3. Similarly, we see that wood flooring has taken second place this time period as compared to the 10th place in the prior time period. If we drop down here further, we can see that lumber is down into place number 9, a decrease from place number 6 in the prior time period. Looks like we've picked up 17 counts of lumber as compared to 18 counts the prior period, so not a major change. In the next table of data, we see our most common zip codes for pickups. Looks like zip code 27616 has taken first place this time period, where it was second place in the last time period. A total of 159 pickups as compared to 68. We see that 27612 has taken second place, which in the prior time period had been the first place, and we've picked up 69 pickups from that zip code in this current time period compared to 103 in the last. Our final table is the most common cities. Here we'll see that Raleigh has taken the first position, which is the same as it was previously in first position, a total of 295 pickups this current time period compared to 249 in the prior. If you would like to see these statistics for your store, please do reach out to us today to schedule a demo. We look forward to getting you set up. Before you leave, let me show you a similar report for the point of sale system. The sales dashboard is a powerful report by which you again can easily compare one time period's worth of data to another. In this case, let's look at our past month sales compared to the previous month. First, we see our gross sales figure, $4,118, and we see that that's increased 22% from the prior month. We see that our returns are decreased, which is positive, and our net sales overall are up 25.46%. We also see our transaction count is up 91% from the prior time period, and total number of items sold is also up, in this case by 128%. Our average ticket, however, is down from $88.11. We can then see similar type of information by category. For example, we see that our appliances this period accounted for $677.50 of our sales, while in the last period it was $208.08, which is an increase this period of 225%. Our quantity was 11 compared to our prior quantity of 3 appliances sold, which is also an increase, in this case of 266%. The average item value was $61.59 compared to the prior period of 69, so the average item value is actually down 11% For appliances, we see similar information for bric-a-brac, building materials, cabinets, so on and so forth. Dropping down to the next table, we can see our discount report. This shows us the various types of discounts that were claimed throughout the time period. For example, we have our Wednesday discount, in which $14.60 were claimed, and it doesn't look like that discount was used at all in the prior period, so it's an increase of 100%. Of special interest is the Roundup report. This report tells you what percentage of your transactions are being rounded up by payment type. First, let's look at credit card transactions. We see that the total roundups this period were 15, compared to the prior period of 11, so an increase of 36.3%. We'll see our total roundup dollars, $13.20, our average roundup amount, 88 cents, and our total roundup percentage. Similarly, for cash, we see that 17 transactions were rounded up compared to 6% in the prior period, accounting for a total of $10.54 in roundup donations this period. And if we jump to the far right, we can see that the total roundup percentage was 43.59% of cash transactions were rounded up to the nearest dollar, an increase of 38% from the prior time period. So roundup donations on cash transactions seems to be moving in a positive direction. We can also view a bar chart of sales by hour. This is showing us our busiest hours of the day, and a bar chart of our sales by day of the week. So it looks in this case like Tuesday is our busiest day of the week, and we have so few sales on Friday and Saturday, maybe it makes sense to close our store that day. Again, if you'd like to see this type of information for your store, we'd look forward to hearing from you and getting you set up with Thrift Cart Point of Sale. Thank you for your time, and we hope to hear from you soon.